Hello and welcome to day 32, day 33, I believe it might be, of our 40-day challenge. I hope you're doing well. I am feeling great, doing really well. I weighed in this morning at 119, so yay for that. But that really isn't the end-all be-all. At the beginning I thought it was, but now, I don't know. I just realized that over this past 40-day period, or 30-some days now, that this period has been so much more than that for me this time. I shared in some previous videos that for the first time ever, I think, in my life, I really went through, I would say it was a legitimate depression. It started around the middle of December, and I was not good. I just was not in a happy place, and I tried and I went through the motions because I still think you have to, make an effort at least. But I just was really sad and not feeling like my happy self. And I'm not happy every moment of every day. Nobody is. But generally speaking, that's more my natural state. I tend to be, glass half full type of person. I try to be. But anyway, so, in this period, this past, 30 days, I just realized that, man, I feel like my old self again. Yes, I've dropped a few pounds. Yes, my clothes are fitting looser. Yes, I feel ready to pack and, climb aboard that Southwest flight, nonstop from San Diego to BWI, baby. We're here. But that's secondary. There's more to it than that. And this morning when I was in Bikram, Barbara asked me to share my yoga story. Everybody has a yoga story, even if you've only been doing it a little while, which is the case with me. So I've been doing this now for a year and 2 weeks. So I'm still a baby. Still so much to learn every day. You learn. And it was kind of funny because I wasn't expecting, hi honey, 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. To be put on the spot and be asked to share, what my personal story was with it. But anyway, I stumbled into the studio, as I've told you before, based on a Groupon, and it sounded like a day spa, and I like day spas, and a day spa it is not. But anyway, I went in there just to kill time and ended up with so much more than that. And even when I started, I thought, okay, this is great. I'll be able to reap the health reward, the benefit in that regard. And I really liked the instructors. I liked the way I felt and, all of these other things. But then taking that to the next level, I realized somewhere along the line that, what this has brought for me in my life, by doing this type of yoga and by being in this place, even the dark place for a few months there, I realized that even though I don't have a job, a place I go to every day, I don't have a client base, I don't serve accounts, I don't punch a clock, I don't drive to a parking lot and enter a building, but I still have a job. My job is to be present and be accessible and be aware so that I am more there to be used by life, by God, by the universe, and be there to support others and not be walking around in a daze or in a bubble so much, but to just have an open heart, an open mind, an open spirit. And that is kind of something that's new for me. I think I've, been a fairly pleasant or approachable person in life. I hope so. But I wouldn't say that I was necessarily unguarded. And now I just feel different. I am still the same, silly person I was as a child. I still trip over. If there's a quarter lying on the ground in front of me, I'll figure out a way to trip over it and probably, shatter an elbow or something. So that part is the same. But I feel happier and I feel more whole and more connected. And I am so grateful. And even in your life, when you think you you're at full capacity. You know, you think you're 7/8 of the way full or overflowing. You know, you've got your family and you've got a dog and you have a house and, you know, you have your job and you have your responsibilities and your school things and, you know, whatever it is that you do. Volunteer work, perhaps, whatever it is. And I felt the same way too when I showed up for that first class a year ago. I thought, okay, well, you know, I'll kill time and do a couple of these and then I don't ever have to do it again. But you would be amazed at how much room there is in your life for more. And I haven't even blogged in a little while. And a couple of people have asked, they're like, why don't you, you know, write your blogs, your posts? And I think, gosh, you know, I don't have anything different to say. You know, I should mix it up a bit and have a story of real hardship or real tragedy or some political vehemence that I must express. But those things, that's not really who I am. My whole message, the whole deal that you get is just a respite, you know, a place to come and maybe pick up a little cheer and then be on your merry way. And, you know, no, life is complicated. You know, I know it is. And not every day is a perfect day. We're not perfect parents. We're not perfect children. We're not perfect spouses. We're not perfect pet owners. But we can be perfectly willing to try, to just wake up and try and be mindful. There is always more room in our heart for gratitude. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And that's what I've learned the past 30-some days. And I always thought that I was an autumn person. I never really liked the summer that much. But now I do. I'm realizing that about myself too, which is different. My son is older and I get to be a kid again by being with him, by going to the fair and riding the rides and getting a bruise on my neck because the one bar that I had to hold onto with a death grip, the things we do for our kids. But being free and, you know, hopping on a trampoline or trying his skateboard even for 10 feet, you know, and just being more connected and more present. And I missed that for a while. And for those 6 months that I was really in a funk, I was just bummed. And it has nothing to do with my husband. I have a great husband. You know, he's wonderful. And sometimes when you're going through something, there doesn't have to be a catalyst. There kind of was in my case, but it had nothing to do with him. It was just something else. And it doesn't really matter. And it doesn't really matter for you because the point is you feel what you feel. And it's important that you own that and allow those feelings to be real and to not deny them, to still be present and be willing to work through them and don't give up. Do not give up. And you will come through the other side and you will be grateful looking back. And you'll also be grateful for those challenges and feeling not so fabulous for a little while. It gives you contrast. How will you possibly appreciate the beauty if you don't have the contrast of the darkness? That's all I'm trying to say. Yes, honey, we can go. Yoga Journal is having their conference down at the Dell, which is here in San Diego. Namaste. I mean, honest to goodness, it could be anywhere in the country. And it's here. And I'm psyched. And we get gifts like that all the time. I mean, who knew? We get gifts every day. The other day I was walking around the lake. I may have told you this. I looked down and out of the shape of little twigs that had fallen from trees, there was a giant jay there. Jay, Julie, get it? Get it, Jay? It's like, thank you, God. Awesome. I see you and I thank you. So that's that. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. And I guess apparently I'm heading down to a yoga convention right now. Not to do any of the training or anything, but just to be around those women. I mean, I guess there will be gentlemen too, but women have a great energy and a great vibe. And I used to think that women were kind of mean and kind of catty. I guess. I mean, it depends on what it is you draw and what you want, but you can attract anything you want. And this past year since I've been doing this, my goodness, countless new friends that are just amazing. And I am so grateful for every last one. I am humbled by it. And what a blessing. So there you go. You think there's not room for more. There is room for more. You just have to open this and just let that light shine in. And it will. It wants you. It is pursuing you. So namaste. Be of great cheer. If you're going through a dark time, hang in there, buckaroo. This too shall pass. I know it doesn't feel so great, but you will feel great again, and you will feel connected to that version of who you are. I can't tell you who you are, but you know that. You know your soul signature deep down. Everybody does. Okay. Have a great day. Bye.